They say a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and here at JobQuest, we're going to help you in your career path every step along the way. And one of the first steps you're going to have to take is your first day of work. Don't stress though, we're here to help. If you're watching this video, that might mean that you just got a job offer. And if that's the case, congratulations! You've made it through the hiring process and you're ready to get started at your new job. While this is pretty exciting, it's also pretty stressful, even if you've worked at other places in the past. You're going to want to make the best first impression possible, and in order to do that, you're going to have to be as prepared as possible. So think about all the things that got you hired and get ready to apply them on your first day. But something you're going to want to do before your first day is to confirm all the details. A quick email confirming the date, time, location, and schedule is perfectly acceptable and can give you a clearer idea of what to expect. And if you have any questions about the dress code or uniform, make sure you clear those up as well. And speaking of questions, on your first day, you're going to want to ask a lot. It doesn't matter what your new role is, coming in with an inquisitive mind is going to help you understand the position and the company better. You're going to want to make sure that you're asking questions at an appropriate time, and you don't want to make any questions accusatory, but for the most part, nobody expects you to know anything on your first day, so ask some questions. And since you're asking so many questions and getting so much information, you might want to bring something to write with. Just a basic notebook would be fine, and that's going to give you somewhere to keep track of everything that you're learning. A notebook is definitely going to look more professional than typing in a phone, and you're not going to be able to remember everything, so taking notes might be a good idea. And speaking of phones, on day one, you're really going to want to make sure you're not on your phone at all while you're on the clock. Phones are a part of life, but you don't want to give the impression that it's more important than your job. Keep it on silent and keep it in your pocket, your purse, or in your car. And make sure the people in your life that might need you in an emergency know how to get a hold of you at work. Another thing you might want to have ready on your first day of work is an introduction to yourself. There might be a couple of times throughout the day where you have to introduce yourself to somebody, so be prepared with some of the basics. You can say something as simple as, "Hi everyone, my name is Matt. I've been working in customer service for the past 10 years and I'm really excited to join the team." It's also really important that you show up on time on your first day. You're probably not going to be super familiar with the commute, so give yourself plenty of time just in case something goes wrong. You don't have to get there an hour early or anything like that, but you still want to make sure that you give yourself plenty of time. Getting people to like you can make a huge difference in your career, so keep that in mind as you start your new job and make sure you're friendly with everyone that you meet. Obviously, you don't want to spend more time making friends than learning about your job, but a confident smile and a friendly demeanor can help you make connections with the people you're going to be working with. Throughout your first day, you're going to want to make sure that the people that are training you know that you're engaged, and there's a couple of different ways that you can do that. A lot of the things you did in the job interview are the same things you want to do on the first day, so make sure you're looking them in the eye and show them that you're paying attention by using affirming statements and by asking follow-up questions. And make sure to thank them for their time and their insight. So if you've already worked at another company within the same industry as your new job, try not to spend too much time comparing the two. Do your best to adapt to your new company's standard and try not to focus too much on how you used to do it. Much like the job interview, you're going to want to make sure that you feel confident and comfortable with how you look on your first day. So make sure that you're cleaned up and whatever you're wearing fits right and looks professional. Day one might not be the best time to make a bold fashion statement, so stick to the classics and try to fit in with the etiquette of the other people working there. You're going to want to make sure that you're well rested, so try to get 8 hours of sleep the night before. Eating a healthy breakfast is probably a good idea too, as you don't want to be distracted and hangry as you try to make a good impression with people. And while it's not always going to be possible to happen on day one, try to learn everyone's name as soon as you possibly can. Focus on the people you're going to be dealing with the most, and remember that learning someone's name is a sign of respect. And one of the most important things to remember as you navigate day one of your new job is to give yourself some grace. You're gonna make mistakes, and nobody would reasonably expect you to know anything. It's your first day. Be humble enough to speak up if you don't understand something or if you need another explanation. It might feel like you're showing weakness, but vulnerability is power, and the first step to being great at something is being bad at something. While you are definitely gonna face some challenges on your first day and probably a ton of paperwork, Remember, your first day is going to be what you make of it, and you only have to do it once. So if you're ready to keep taking steps on your job quest, hit that subscribe button and let's keep going.